welcome to a quick little dose of movement medicine. This fiery little shot is going to focus on building strength and mobility in your hips, and then we'll weave in a little bit of core stability and balance challenge. The whole thing's going to be done on your hands and your knees, so make your way there. Starting with the toes tucked under, you're going to bias the knees in and the toes out. So you're going to start with this internal rotation of the hips. The shoulders are over the wrists and you're pressing the floor away. Feel that tightness of the low belly and the lift of the throat. And you're going to try to maintain that long supported spine through this whole thing. The left leg's going to slide back. You'll externally rotate the hip. The foot turns out. Nothing else changes. Return the knee to the floor, internally rotate it. Right leg goes out. Foot turns out. Internally rotate to bring the knee back down. So that's the pattern. Left leg, keep the low belly lifted. Internally rotate to land the knee. Right leg, so you're externally rotating and extending, and then internally rotating and flexing a little bit. Really push the floor away to keep your core engaged. Keep going. And work this from your glutes without dropping and sinking in the low back. So you're really holding steady in your center, and the hands are pushing the floor away. The idea is to really focus this work around the hip joint itself and not use movement in other parts of the body to get more of a range of motion. Feel for strength. Couple more. Don't let your head drop. So it's an external extend, internal to return. And then you're just going to sit back into child's pose. You can point the toes behind you and just take a moment to relax and maybe wiggle into your hips and your glutes and that sensation. Pinky side of the hands down. Make a fist and then just swing the fists in and out just to work your wrists a little bit, the forearms. Good. And then phase two. We'll start it the same way, and then we'll layer on one element. Start with the knees in and the toes out. Get your shoulders over your wrists. Lift the low belly. Lift the front of the throat. Left leg goes back, externally rotate it. Internally rotate to bring the knee back down. Right leg extends and externally rotates. Internally rotate it and bring it back down. We'll add on left leg goes back. Now if you want, left arm goes up. You got to stabilize your core and press the floor away to do that. Control your descent. Left hand and knee come down. Right leg, right arm. It's like a modified side plank. Stabilize your spine. Right hand and knee come down. Couple more. Like you're moving through water. So if you create some resistance, you'll find more strength deep in your body. Control the descent so you're not collapsing down. Right arm, right leg. I would gaze down so you can keep your chin in, the neck long. You start to try to look up, right? Things can get kind of wonky. No need to look up. Keep going. The more you do it, the more the body starts to figure stuff out. The more your nervous system figures stuff out, and the more strength gets turned on. Imagine that your spine doesn't actually move, like it's a metal rod. Couple more. You should feel this heat in your glutes, some challenge in the arm, some core stability. And then when you feel complete with that, sit back into your child's pose. Can release the hands, move them in and out, move back into your hips. Sit on up, and there you go. A little bit of hip work, a little bit of core stability. You're on your hands and your legs, so you're weight bearing, and that's an opportunity to build strength everywhere. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.